Oh, hey, it's your friend that can never get through a book because they keep falling asleep. Back for some more tech tea. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here are 3 tech updates to help you get through your Sunday. Epic is giving away 17 games for free during its holiday sale event going on now. Here's what you need to know. Epic is feeling awfully festive this holiday season, and it might be because their big antitrust win versus Google that just happened this week. But either way, who doesn't love free things? No one, that's who. Epic started off their season of giving this month by giving players the chance to catch some amazing deals and 17 free games. The freebies, releasing one at a time, are starting with Destiny 2 Legacy Collection, which includes 3 of the 4 expansions which are currently out. With the upcoming Final Shape releasing June 4th, now's as good a time as ever to start your campaign or brush up on your skills. Destiny 2 is available to download until the 20th, and then Epic will release the next new downloadable. Last year, the company did the same thing and included games like Sable, Death Stranding, and Last Light Redux, so I'm sure 2023's picks are going to be just as good. The holiday spirit doesn't end there either, though. Along with the free games, Epic is discounting some of its hotter titles and giving players 33% off any transaction that's $14.99 or more. So scram, go get some deals. Just kidding, stick around for some more tea first. It turns out Epic's win over the tech giant wasn't the only big news this week for the Alphabet company. Google announced Thursday that the company is finally rolling out the next steps in limiting third-party cookies. Here's what you need to know. A couple months ago, Chrome was updated with some new features to limit the amount of information other websites can gather from you in their privacy settings. This is because even though data privacy laws haven't been introduced widely in the US, besides states like California and Arizona, they are inevitable. Not to mention Europe's GDPR policies. Since Chrome is used as the default browser for about half the world, this is huge and means some big things for the digital marketing community. Starting January 4th, Google is going to start selecting random users to qualify for this new feature. Do you know when you go to a website and ask you if you consent to cookies? Well, the new update will automatically deny these pop-ups, so it will express to the site that you do not want third parties to use your data. What does that mean? Well, for the end user, it means that targeted ads on Facebook or other sites won't be able to see what sites you've been to in order to serve you those ads from those past places. For those in marketing, this might sound scary, but things like GA4 and tools of that like will still be able to collect first-party data, so you will not be at risk of losing lead attribution. Google is also the largest advertising company in the world, so they're not going to try to cut their business like that. One theory is that instead of the third-party cookies as we know them, Chrome users might be able to have third-party data collected into the browser and then utilized by companies in a roundabout way. It may sound like Google is doing a really great thing here, but a company that big is still going to worry about its bottom line every single time. And finally, E3, one of the biggest game events of the year for the past, give or take, 27 years now, is officially over as of this week. Here's what happened. E3's Electronic Arts Expo started way back in 1995, and had since then been known as the place where big companies would come, show off their news and upcoming tech, and of course launch trailers for future consoles and games. It housed thousands of visitors each year in LA, but even though it was an expo about the latest and greatest in technology, these past years it's really fought to remain relevant. The company's last in-person event was back in 2019, and although games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Elden Ring were announced, it was the first year Sony didn't even make an appearance at all. By then, the big companies were starting to announce these things virtually or have their own events. They realized they can do show-stopping announcements on their own terms. Once COVID hit, things just kind of fizzled out. Back in June this year, I had mentioned that E3 had officially lost its place at LA and that ReedPop was no longer organizing the expo. At that point, ESA was still adamant that the show that had such an impact on the industry would go on in some capacity. But on December 12th, the association tweeted a statement that it was saying its last goodbyes. I'm sad I was never cool enough at the time to get tickets to the event, and now I never will. But I do like the access we as players have to each of these events and trailers now compared to the closed-dooredness of the past. That's all I have for now. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you back here for some more tech tea.